Happy Saturday, Clinton County, Wilmington, Ohio, 45177. Go Texas. Anyway, there's a link in the comment section. I think it's comment section, not the comment section, but in the description of this video. I'm going to need all of you to go to that link, like that page. It's a Facebook page that's going to get started. It's called And Justice for All. Mr. Rick Phillips is aiding um, the creation of this page, where myself and others will be able to submit um, um, highly questionable acts. Um, and the attempt at gaining gaining justice essentially. Um, there is going to be a tip line, and this is going to be a great deal of help for the Pitzer case, because we are going to be highlighting and honing in on Casey's case, because there's not a soul involved, and I don't give a shit what reporter says what or when they say it. The bottom line is this: that girl, she did not accidentally drown. I'm sorry, she didn't. Uh, there's way more that's being hidden, and all you got to do is just take a look at the people involved and their histories. That's all you got to do. I mean, and their patterns. I mean, your average profiler would absolutely, positively fucking destroy this case. Um, but uh, therein, when you've got such people, such unethical, immoral, and dishonest and dishonorable people who would sit on something like this to create it to create um, standby to create this wall to prevent justice from being had. I got some bad news for you. It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen, and the people involved. Uh, and here's the thing, man. You got to understand something. If you have knowledge of this and you're sitting on it and you're doing nothing about it, you're just as fucking guilty. You understand that. And some of you cops out there and some of you officials out there, you better get that through your fucking heads. You got to understand this. I mean, if you've been asked to cover and keep quiet, and that's fucking that's bad. And there's probably something at night that's poking at you, Shit, what have I done? It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's simply going to happen. The exposure, again, it's still ongoing. Um, uh, I don't know what I know. Dave Winters of Channel 12 has created a page. I know he was also refused certain items from that case by the Wilmington PD. Why would they refuse a member of the media items of the case? In fact, it was um, the videos of the suspect videos. Um, anyway, there may be reasons. I mean, there may be legal reasons that those can't be released, and that's just something that I'm not privy to. But when you go back from the conception of this to now, and just look at the the patterns, yeah, man, yeah. I'm sorry. This town, this justice system, this legal system. It's going to happen. I'm just going to let you in on a little secret. Just in my case, I've now spoke. One of them reached out to 3 congressmen for the state of Ohio. I bypassed my own because I didn't know who he was until as of recent, but I did most recently call and leave message. I'm letting these people know what we're dealing with here. Again, be advised, if you want a copy of Judge John Timmy Ruddick's um, hearing transcripts, they're very interesting. And I mean, you talk about some hypersensitive people. they're just hypersensitive, and they look for the tiniest little thing for you to say to become insulted. It's absolutely positively it's hilarious. Well, he said something that my family member drank too much, or who gives a fuck? Who cares? Let's talk about your actions, and nobody cares if your people came here and on the fucking the Mayflower and planted a house in 1850. Nobody gives a shit about that. It means nothing to most people. It means nothing. Nobody cares. I would journey to say the average human being doesn't give a shit. If you were to ask, who the fuck's this guy? Who cares? They care about what happens today and tomorrow, and what type of leadership and what type of judicial leadership that we're going to have now and in the future. But we now must question everything this person has done, and I imagine at some point that may be done. Um, my opinion. But going back, the Casey's case is going to get looked at. Andy Napier's case is going to get dove into. Again, the tip line is going to be very important because we know there's somebody out there who wants to remain anonymous, and you will 100% remain anonymous. We won't even know who you are. Um, um, but understand any tip that you give is going to be thoroughly vetted to see if in fact it's accurate. But the bottom line is this: hopefully hopefully this opens up avenues for those who fear coming forward to lay out what their problems are, what justice they seek, where justice can be found. I think it's going to be a great launching of something good that this community needs, because you're not going to get it from Wilmington News Journal. That's the most bought joke, my opinion. That's the most bought joke in the planet when it comes to news. I'm sorry. I mean, if you just want to maintain being the conditioned little sheep and just following the certain little people, oh yeah, you go right on ahead. That's why 90% of you go to Jane's page and Daryl's page to get the fucking nitty gritty of what's really happening in this community. I mean, I bet you if they started reporting, fairgrounds and shit like that, I bet you the Wilmington News Journal wouldn't sell a single page. My opinion. So again, in the description below, and this video, this podcast, there's a link. If you have problems with it, let me know. But again, it's And Justice for All, Clinton County, Wilmington, Ohio. Myself and probably others will be casting as I'm doing here, minus the foul language. I'm going to do that's going to be the test for me. But there again, Mr. Phillips just has some naughty words on their show, so I'm going to try and refrain. I got to get better at this because I mean I do sometimes go back and watch my cast, and it's just not good. I mean, there's a lot of the casters do it, and that's okay, and they're successful at doing so. But I need to do better. I do, and I'm praying that I can do it. But when I get, especially when I'm late on my meds, I can get pretty fucking intense. Oh Lord. Anyway. Yeah. So there's been several over 40. I forget. I'm not going to count the transcripts passed out. And I'm just going to start. I'm going to email them to every county and city office, because their emails are public record. I'm going to get every city email, city employee email, and county employee email, and let them see what their 39-year common police court judge is all about. Because I can assure you, the fire's never been held to his ass, and he's never been forced to be accountable for his actions or what comes out of his mouth. And sometimes, and I'm not going to say it's specific to Mr. Ruddick, because it's not. That happens to a lot of people when they go that long without having pretty much anybody to anybody above them to hold them accountable. They get loose, they get stupid, and they do dumb shit. And they do. I mean, it's not just him. So I mean, am I saying he's like this fucking novel plague of the fucking judiciary? Hell no, I'm not. They're all over the fucking place. Look at that dumbass down in Chillicothe, I think it was, interfering with the process of his kid who was beating his fucking girlfriend. He gets involved. They let him out early, and what's he do? He goes right back to the fucking lady's house again. I think he did it again. This time they had to get the SWAT team after him. Now look at all the resources that had to be put into play because of the stupid ass judge getting involved and the dumb fucking idiot who had worked in that freaking jail that let him out. See, that's bullshit. Let them little bastards fall on their face and get an idea what a fucking consequence is like. Come on, daddy. Oh, do need some titty. Come on, get some titty. I won't cut you off. I promise. Fucking sickos. Anyway, what else? I am hoping. This is totally off topic, but I am hoping Texas beats the shit out of Ohio State. I will say that Georgia upset by Notre Dame was something else. Highly not expected. Wow. Notre Dame kicked that ass. It was a good game, and I was not supposed to go that way, but it did. But anyway, I am hoping for justice, and I have a feeling that some of the new information that I've received, that I'm going to be forwarding to the disciplinary council, concerning my friend's children and how they were trafficked, and why and why. And when you say prosecutorial discretion, do you mean prosecutorial misconduct? I think that's what you meant to say. Watch this dog do a zoomy. She's not going to do it. So, be prepared to answer the questions. Sir, you were handed all this information concerning abuse. You reviewed it. Perhaps you didn't. And stated not enough to charge. Stand the fuck by. Ba-na-ba-na-bum.